JB here. Hope everyone's doing on Sunday, Wednesday, December 3rd, 920. Really quick rant here, 10 minutes to open. Talk quick about the market, some names I'll look at. I go from there. S&P futures are actually in the green until a report just came out from the information. I didn't read it. It just the headline saying that Microsoft is, what's the exact quoting of it? They're revamping AI agent features for blah, 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 and they're lowering their AI software sales quota. Who knows, right? It's I wouldn't say we're in a news catalyst vacuum, but a month and a half ago, it was Oracle was losing 100 million renting out their servers to Blackwell chips. That caused markets to go to the wayside. So it just shows you the kind of environment we're in, with people just waiting to hear that this AI bubble is actually, it exists and the air is coming out of it, right? I mean, uh, there's a lot of things to look at. I mean, there's so many different moving parts, right? How is there going to be a refresh cycle with the AI, right? I mean, there's all these different things and it's so immense, the amount of money being poured into it. It just obviously there's it's good to have question marks. We'll see how futures and markets react. Microsoft took a little tumble here. Let's see. I don't even have it up on the main streamer. It's down $12 here. 490 to close, 478. So uh we'll see how things react. 10 o'clock, we get the PMI data, right? Services. I think that's more important. Don't want to see a substantially horrible number, because then you'll have those bears come out and then things will get a little antsy. This morning I posted this little chart. AI bubble fears mount. This is the CDS, the credit default swaps for Oracle's debt, right? So as that goes up, that means it costs money to insure against Oracle defaulting their debt, for them to protect from defaults. So it going up, is that the bears inciting that? Gosh, who remembers back in the day? I always bring up the Tesla as a great example. Their bond yields were going nuts. It was like 50 cents on the dollar, and it was like the bears almost tried to force Tesla to go bankrupt, right? And you hate to say that's possible, but if you get enough people in the whole circle of circle jerks to get involved in things like this, you can force things to happen, right? And when you have a company that has a lot of debt on their books, it costs more to finance their debt and all that, it just becomes that snowball that you just can't get out of it. So hopefully not the case with Oracle. Hopefully markets find some footing. I put on the watch list yesterday, 679, 683. We'll see how today plays out. We got 679, 683 yesterday. We were at 683 in the pre-market until just a little while ago. And then I was talking about 679 kind of being the line in the sand, but I'll wait till the open. I'm not getting any put hedges per se just yet, but I'll wait till the PMI comes out and then kind of plays things out from there. The good thing is I'm not riding a ton of positions, so it's not like I have to have some crazy hedges on to protect call positions. But at the same token, I like to make money on both sides. So if we do fall, I want to make money on the downside. All right, so that's overall market. Also, just a little while ago, and I don't have it on the stream. I guess why don't I have it up here? But there's talks that the new administration is going to push after robotics. See Serve Robotics going up over $11 here in the pre-market. I was hoping to get another opportunity to add some later strikes, some more strikes into January and March and May of next year. I'll see what happens here at the open. Serve is another one of those names that when it has huge gaps, it's like the bears come in and sell it. So I'll probably wait for it to open. I have December strikes. I'll probably look to close some of those out to cover costs if they're up 100%, and then start to look for later date strikes. But great news there. Anyway, clock is ticking here. CAVA was right around 51.60 for pretty much the first 20 minutes of the session, 30 minutes of the day. Didn't want to lose the premiums, weekly strikes. Closed the last of those calls out for close to 200%. And then sure enough, by 9:50 goes on a quick 1 minute, $1 vault all the way to 52 and change. I was looking at the 60 strikes September 19th. So I might visit those today. Like this one, obviously, for some gap fills, 55 and change and all the way up to 59.90. But no sense in being crazy here. So I'll just continue to be patient. Reddit all the way up to 331, 230, 331 maybe next year, starting next year. But all the way up to 231 after the open, my calls were up nearly 500%. I just have a couple of those 235s left. So it's either I close those out and go later dated, or I just hold those. So I chose the latter. At some point, I look to obviously close the last of those 235s out, and then I might roll into some FOMO strikes, especially if it gets back over 225 and holds. Where is it right now? Because, of course, I don't have a pull it here with the futures. 223. Not too bad, all things considered. And then, DEC. So I added those strikes yesterday as kind of that oversold into 2025, into 2026 theme that I think is going to play out. 100 strikes for like 90 cents. I'm like, let me get the 105s because if it moves, less risk, more reward anyway. And if it doesn't move, less risk to lose, right? So if it does start to break out, and at the 50-day moving average, I was talking about the rand yesterday afternoon, 92.25 close. I was hoping for a close over that. We got 91.77. It starts to rumble here today. I might look for some more strikes there. Oh, there's my serve. Lemonade being patient, down 4% yesterday. No news, no catalyst. You would think even with the market being green, it would have held up, but it didn't. Still has that bull flag setting up. I'll just continue to look for opportunities there. RH, another name I'm looking at. You take a look at the 50 days, 175. Some of the best moves in RH, and when the premiums aren't pricing in any kind of move. Right now, obviously, they're not. They just announced the Detroit opening. It was the location. But that's another name I'm watching, especially into the end of the week if market finds some footing. And then the other names, kicking myself for strategy, but not really. Had to plan. The premiums are too expensive to play for those calls. It's up here at 185. I mean, the premium is just insane for me to try and trade, at least for how I trade. So at some point, maybe I'll revisit. I probably won't. But if I do try to play some more bounce in Bitcoin, I'll probably do I'll go the Coinbase route, right? It's funny, you hear the news and even the mainstream news now, if you don't trade and the evening news comes on and it goes to the market and the coverage of the market, they talk about Bitcoin moving the market, right? It's funny how just 5-6 years ago that would not be the case. Anyway, let's have a great day, folks. I'll be back on audio later. Hopefully markets find some footing here. Still inside day, right? I think 679 and change we hit at 11:30 yesterday. Funny, hit highs at 11 yesterday, or yeah, I think it was 11, and then all the way down from 683 to 679 by 11:30. So that was the highs and the lows of the day in the first hour, couple hours of the day, and happened within a half hour of each other, and then chopped around for the rest of the day. We'll see how today plays out. Let's have a great day. I'll be back rock and roll.